I'm upset. No disrespect, respectfully. But disrespectfully is disrespect. Don't be disrespectful. Those vile, disgusting Spartans. Poor little girl, them. And I'ma tell them why I'm mad. That vile, disgusting cesspool in Columbus. The other state, and of course, as always, I'm upset. Woo!
I'm the best there is. Woo! 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 Woo!
Good evening, good people. It is I, the Maize Madman. I'm here with my guy,
the Maniac,
and of course,
Kinetic.
It's another Eminem Monday. And being that it's Eminem Monday, you got us on Monday at 7 o'clock. Actually, it's a little after 7, but you guys know I arrive on CP time often. Anyway, let's get to right what we're going to get into, right? You see it right there. Dusty May has done it again, ladies and gentlemen, in the transfer portal, landing former 5-star point guard Elliot Cadeau from North Carolina. By the way, Cadeau, once he entered the portal, had a no contact, so it looks like he already knew what he wanted to do. Shout out to Dusty May and his Michigan basketball team that reached the Sweet 16, losing to Auburn. No shame in that, the number 1 overall seed, who just beat, of course, poor little bro them last night. But guys, talk to me what you think about Dusty May landing Cadeau in the season they had.
I mean, I'm not going to sit here and act like I was the biggest follower of basketball this year, but I kind of followed it, and it seemed to me like a true point guard is what we really needed. And so to see the first position addressed in the transfer portal to be that seems like we're off to a good start.
Yeah. I've mentioned this. Everybody knows I'm not a fan. Well, Michigan basketball is not my team of choice. And
Right.
basketball, I do like them. I made it clear many times. My team is actually in the Final Four, the Duke Blue Devils. Yes, sir. But I'm very familiar with Cadeau. He went 0-3 against Duke this year, but that's not the takeaway from him being I'm just saying, I just point out the facts.
Right.
No opinions here, just the facts. And but he's a good.
Took your rival's point guard, right?
Yeah, that's good though. I like it. Get him out because he's only going to get better. He's a good player. That doesn't take away from him being a good point guard. Him being 0-3 to Duke. And listen, man, if you're a fan of Michigan basketball, then you have a lot to look forward to. Dusty May has proven to be an excellent coach, right? Now you put him in a team, a program like Michigan. He comes from Florida Atlantic, very small school, took him to the Final Four, lost in the buzzer beater, by a buzzer beater to San Diego State. If not, they in the playing for a national championship. So Michigan's basketball future looks very bright, just like on Michigan's. And I expect Michigan moving forward, man, to be a powerhouse as long as they play the NIL game on with basketball as well, because that's what it's coming down to, gentlemen. College, mainly basketball and football, NIL.
Yeah, no, listen, definitely don't disagree. And it seems that Michigan is very willing to play the NIL game these days. So we can't be mad at that. By the way, if you're here, hit the like button, share this with your friends and family on social media and all of that. We are going to be allowing people up today to cook too. This is going to be, usually we don't do this on the M&M Mondays, but today we're going to let y'all come up and have y'all conversation with us. The link is in the chat, by the way. If you got something to say about Dusty before we move on, which we're about to move on, by the way, come on up, say it. I know West Quad is waiting. Shout out to my guy G Boulder, who is in the building. Finally took G to get some some chicken and mumbo sauce. G, tell me how you felt about the chicken and mumbo sauce, because I know you took that home. How'd you like it, sir?
Yeah, and keep it real, G. It's all right.
No doubt. Shout out to West Quad. What's good?
Hey, Happy Hogan is in the building.
Hey,
Vocal Vike. Shout out to Vocal Vike.
Nah, bro, I gotta pick a better Avenger associate, because Happy Hogan really ain't it. I just think it's a funny joke.
Yeah.
Hey, you gotta wear it though. You gotta wear that though, because it's funny as hell.
I'm the chauffeur, bro. What the hell?
Shout out to my guy Rap Vocal Vike, man. That's my my Vikings guy. He's got a show over on YouTube. Go check him out.
No doubt.
Yeah, tell him to come up and cook, Mike. Come up here, man.
He's a Michigan fan too, like me. Vikings.
All right,
and Wolverines.
Come introduce yourself, Mike. Baby, we family over here.
What up, G?
No
hey,
doubt.
how that mumbo sauce was cooked? How was it cooking?
It was decent. It was decent.
Okay.
It was decent. Hey, the other little spot though, I like that other little spot.
Ben's Chili Bowl. Yeah. Ben's Chili Bowl.
That turkey burger was like I was telling you, a lot of people don't cook turkey burgers really well. That turkey burger was all right. That was
doubt,
decent,
man.
decent.
You come to DC, you got to go to Ben's Chili Bowl. That's just a fact. You can see by all the people that were in there, G, on the wall, the signed pictures and stuff like that. Everybody goes to Ben's. But absolutely, listen, I'm not mad at you for your take on the mumbo sauce. It is hit or miss with some people.
Oh, we'll get another one. That was just one spot I heard. It's
absolutely, and you gotta try it. Sure. You gotta try it fresh and hot too. And I know you took that one to the crib because we had just eaten. I took mine home too. But yeah.
Hey, if I could bring something up, man, I don't know if y'all saw the interview that Sam Webb did with Jalen Pyle,
right?
But
yeah.
From what he was saying, Jaden Davis is impressing in camp right now.
Well, it's not just him.
No, I know, but I'm just saying, like, compared to what we thought Jaden Davis was going to do.
Let's talk about that for a second, actually.
Because the way he was talking, bro, is accurate as.
Well, listen, I want to take credit for this because I was a guy who has always been a Jaden Davis fan. Number one, number two. I was asking the question, y'all remember a couple weeks ago, like, yo, all this Mikey Keene, Bryce Underwood talk, what about Jaden Davis, right?
Yeah,
this dude was a former 5-star quarterback.
Right.
It's not like he's some bum off the street, right? And we all saw the film last year of that motion, and it was gross, but we also saw the progression, right? And he had already improved that motion.
Right. And Jalen specifically said that. He was like, I saw the thing last year. He's come a long way, and he said every throw it was on your face mask. He was like every throw it was out quick, and it was right there. You got to turn around and be quick, otherwise you ain't catching it.
Listen, Michigan might be in a good spot, and let's talk about this real quick. And I know nobody really wants to talk about it. Let's talk about Mikey Keene. Apparently, Mikey Keene isn't even practicing.
There's some kind of injury. It looked like
an injury is what I'm hearing. That it might not even be an injury. Now, I don't want to put that out there and put that smut on Mikey Keene's name. I'm gonna let his play or whatever clear that up. But there are some rumblings about Mikey Keene re-entering the transfer portal already.
M3.
What's good?
Mikey Keene was always on the Jack Tuttle plan, bro. Let's be honest about it.
Hey, yo.
No, I mean, I'm saying, like, if we need you, you good. But come on, get ready to coach, buddy. we got
Shout out to my guy Toast, man.
And that's why it doesn't make sense if he's going to transfer again, unless someone just offered him a bag, which I can't see happening.
Right.
Like, because he was always coming here with the idea that he's coming for the Michigan degree and to get into coaching.
Right.
So y'all really think they sold him on come be a backup you got one more year. You really
No,
think
Yeah.
no,
they didn't?
No,
I
I don't
think
believe
they
they sold him on
told
that.
him I think they told him he coming with a chance to mentor Bryce and at least start the first 3 or 4 games of the
Look,
season. I don't think nobody come their last year just to
I
sit on the
think that
bench.
at what is this? This is fifth year. I think at 5 years in, he knows he's not an NFL player, and he knows his path into football is coaching. I think he's seen the progression of previous coaches that have come through Michigan,
right.
and he knows the prestige of a Michigan degree. So I think that they told him, listen, you can come in, you can compete, and there's a chance you might start a couple of the early games. But the plan is always Bryce when he's ready. If that's at game 1, then he's ready. Then that's what it is. If it's game 8, then that's what it is. I think that's what they sold him on.
Gee,
I think
I
at
think
this
the
point he
thing
knows
is,
he's not an NFL prospect.
look, I think the thing is he came. I mean, it was based on Bryce being good. We didn't know he was gonna be like that.
but
And
why
now we're
didn't they?
seeing that he's like that, and it's like, well, you know,
All
maybe
right.
maybe it ain't what I
So
thought it
listen,
was.
it make more sense for somebody like Jack Tuttle who had injuries that
Thank you.
wasn't very productive. Somebody like Mikey Keene that could go somewhere and start his last year. This your last year in
Absolutely.
college to have fun. I don't see that making that kind of sense. You know what I mean? It just he could have went somewhere and played. He could have came and coach anyway.
Yeah, but he's been starting already. He's already started almost 50 games in college football. It's not like he hasn't got a shot, and it's
Yeah,
not
so
like
you
you
gonna
have to
come
be
be a
the starting.
backup?
What's a better college experience? A year at Michigan as a backup quarterback, or a year at Bowling Green
So
as the
so
starter?
that's the fan perspective. You got to be a player. You got to be the person that got to go
Right.
to class
And
to be in the life. You have to be that person to actually that only makes sense from a fan's
Well, no,
point of
it,
view.
it makes
Players
sense
want to
hold on,
play.
Kinetic, because
from the idea
I
that
want to
he
hold
doesn't
on, Kinetic.
have
Hold on.
NFL prospect.
Hold on, Kinetic. I want to put that back on you because you're a former player. You played football before.
High school,
As
not college.
no, I understand, but as a player, right, a former player, you wanted to play, right, not necessarily go somewhere that was stacked,
Okay,
and then you be
two
the
things.
guy warming the bench.
Two things. First of all, I wasn't that good. Okay.
He
Second,
said, "Be clear."
Trill, let's go.
second, second though, listen, at 5 years in, like you start looking at the next step, the next phase. And where a lot of guys are looking at the NFL, I think he's looking at degree and coaching. And I don't think there's a small number, a handful of other schools that are on the same level for Michigan. If that's your goal, if that's what you've decided is your next step, what are the
So
other
let me
options that
ask
are
you
better
this.
than Michigan for that?
So let me ask you this: why do so many people get to their 5th year and transfer out to go somewhere to play? If you look at a lot of the transfers, they transfer from Michigan, from everywhere. Most
Yeah.
of those people that transfer from us is
What?
upperclassmen.
Here's the
Men.
other.
They want that last good year of college. It's your last year to perform, your last year to play. You never
Oh,
gonna
okay.
put on another USFL jersey or nothing. You want to
Well,
play.
here's another point to put it back on me, like what Maize wanted to do. I was also an idiot in college or in high school. Okay, so
You wasn't
most
good
most
at
college
idiot.
football players are not smart. Okay, but the ones that succeed at post graduation and as a coach, probably the at the top of that percentage of intelligence at football players. Okay, so I think that it's a smart choice to pick Michigan if you're looking at coaching and getting a degree.
Guys, we have a perfect example of a guy that's not going to go to the league that just left Michigan. It might be in basketball, but Jace Howard. Jace Howard's going to do. I mean, like maybe get a bag. I don't know how much the bag gonna be. It might be a small bag, but
And where's he going?
he
Saltine
entered the transfer
Cracker
portal.
A&M. He going to Saltine Cracker A&M for his last year. And
Oh man, I was gonna say something like Bowling Green.
Well,
That's
and
Saltine
listen,
Cracker
if
A&M.
somebody's offered Mikey a bag to come and start for them for his final year, then go get it, man.
Yeah,
But if
fair
it's
enough.
not something like that, I don't see him leaving.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing wrong. It's nothing wrong with him coming. Listen, it is what it is. He had to know. He had to know. I'm pretty sure they told him. Why you think Carter decommitted and our other quarterback committed? They already knew. The rumblings were there. Yo, we all in on Bryce. And they said, shit, if they all in on Bryce, we out of here. And they had to know
Well,
that it was a
well,
great chance of him coming. Now, Mikey Keene, on the other hand, look, let's keep it real. He's not going to play in the NFL. That's just the truth. So him not starting is not really a bad thing. Now, I get it. I'm not saying he could go to a lot of schools and be the starter, even at Power 4. There's no more Power 5s. But I expect Keene to be more of a, coach kind of player,
Long-sighted
man.
versus
And help.
short-sighted. I mean, yeah, you can
Yeah.
get one more year as a
And
player.
it's
I would
right to me.
understand though, hey Maniac. I would understand from the other two guys' perspective because they got 2-3 more years. If they didn't win a star job, they never was gonna start. If it's your last year and you've been productive, it's not like he trash. It's not like he can't go be somewhere and be productive. That's almost. I mean, I don't know because I'm not him, but it seemed like he could have went like the other quarterbacks that we were going after, John Mateer and all them. Like you say, you went all in for Bryce. It's my last year. I'm not coming there to fucking sit. I'm gonna go somewhere and play.
No doubt. Real quick, let me pose this to you guys. Before what's homie that was the quarterback for the other state this year?
Will Howard?
Will Howard, right? Before Will Howard transferred to the other state, when he was at Kansas State, were people like this is going to be a professional quarterback? Just an honest yes or no.
I mean, I think bottom like
I'm
UDFA.
I'm going to say right now, I honestly think that his draft stock is lower now than it would have been if he stayed at Kansas State.
Dang.
What?
Did you hear what he said? Hey, did y'all see what he said? He blamed the Michigan fans that he got bad press.
Yeah.
And he just missed 2 throws. Boy, I got
Yeah.
it on my channel. He missed about 7 or 8.
Bro,
Right.
he missed 3
He
throws on the last
blamed it
drive.
on the Michigan fans.
The lie detective determined that was a lie.
Will Howard needs to stop it.
Bro, with the game to go, this man threw 3 out routes that were going nowhere, bro. Get out of here.
You go back and look
one of
at in the 2023 season, and you look at how people were talking about Will Howard potentially for the NFL. And you look fast forward to now, he's won a national championship, and it ain't gotten any better. If anything, it's gotten worse since then.
Where were people talking about him going in 2023?
They were talking about him a third or fourth round pick back in 2023, and that he's either at that same level or lower now.
Yeah. Do you think? I think he overstayed. He should have came out after he stayed that extra year, and I think he hurt himself.
Right.
It's hard
Who
to
is
change.
that? Who is that, G?
The Will Howard. I think.
Will.
I think he stayed too long.
It's hard to change what the scouts think about you after you've been in college for so long.
Yeah.
And then you go to Ohio State, who's got the best receivers, had 2 of the best running backs, Chip Kelly, Ryan Day. So that all hurts you at that point because it's like, okay, you had all of the best around you. If you didn't win a championship, it was because you messed it up, basically. All you had to do was not mess it up to win that championship.
Yep.
So it really didn't help to stop.
Well, I mean, he didn't do anything to impress because anything he did that's good, they're just going to say, well, you look at the team you had. So they're going to say the difference between your stats and your success at Kansas State and Ohio State had very little to do with you.
Yeah,
but then remember, as a quarterback, his age gonna come into play too. Because
his age,
we draft you, got to pay you this money, and you 25, 26 already, and you sitting for 4 or 5. We're gonna get somebody younger. You know what I mean?
Well,
somebody needs to come sit for a few years.
And when it's like you weren't all that good at Kansas State, you went to Ohio State, won a natty, and then the first opportunity that we have to see you outside of that bubble at Ohio State is the combine, and you look like that.
Yeah. All right. So being that we on the topic with quarterbacks, 10 being you guarantee. What's the chances when the season starts? Jaden Davis is the backup to Bryce Underwood.
I think based on what we've heard recently, that Jaden Davis has
6.
that all of the talk we've been giving Mikey Keene. I would put that same percentage now transferred over to Jaden Davis.
I
Maybe
think
a little bit less.
If Bryce start from the beginning and Jaden Davis is playing good, I think he automatically gonna be the backup.
Let me ask you this: this time last season, how much of a percentage was anybody giving Davis Warren to be the starting quarterback week 1?
From the spring game? But all the other talk was just because of orgy. The athlete from the spring game and the practices, Davis Warren played way better.
But I'm telling you right now, this time last year, it was Alex Orgy and Jaden Denegal that was getting all the talk.
Fair enough.
That's a fact. Right before the spring game, Denegal was getting way more talk than somebody like Warren or Tuttle.
They did.
What happens if we go into the spring game and it's a duel between Bryce and Jaden shows out?
Bryce, if it's a duel, meaning that there's minimal separation.
Let me rephrase it. What if Jaden goes out and outplays Bryce in the spring game?
It's a bad situation. I think that's the worst situation we can have. Me personally,
I don't know.
I think the spring game will hurt you more than help you in that regard.
If you look at what Jalen was saying, the way he was making it sound, it don't sound like a bad thing. It doesn't sound like Bryce is falling in his stock. It just sounds like Jaden's stock came way up.
Right.
And that's true. We got to take that. Look, we all competitors here, man. We all play some kind of sport. And at the end of the day, you've played against somebody, what was better than you, more skill. That just elevated your game, made you just better. Like, nah, bro, I got to step my game up. So maybe that will be a good thing for Michigan to let Bryce like, yo, don't put your feet up, champ. I don't care if you got 12, 15 mil. We come in here for that spot. Why we supposed to just chill? Because you got that money for that, or the quarterbacks just transfer. Leave nobody there. If that's the case, nah, we going to compete, homie. You better earn that on the field. So I think that'd be the best scenario for Michigan if Jaden Davis go in there and say, look, bro, you're not the only one they could cook. And like we said, whether Jaden Davis was a high 4-star, a 5-star, depending which, recruiting service you was looking at, the dude is talented, man. And now this is his second year in the Michigan system. And hopefully, man, he can step it up. I think it's just a great Michigan's in a great position. You got two young guys. They got a lot of potential, Jaden Davis and Underwood, and you got the veteran Keene. So it's 100 times better than what we had last year.
So let me address the thing that the last comment you had up. Okay, listen, I think people are missing the point when there's when we're talking about Jaden Davis never starting. There is a path for Jaden Davis to start. There is a reason for him to stay, and there's a reason for him to not transfer yet. If you look at the timeline, if Bryce is going to be here for 3 seasons and then go pro, okay, Jaden, the final year, Jaden's going to know whether or not he's got that job the next year locked up or not, right? The Michigan degree holds a lot of weight with some of these recruits, and Jaden Davis is one of them. It's always been, even going back to his recruitment, the Michigan degree. These athletes can get their Michigan degree. What is it, like 2.5 years if they do it right? They can graduate early, like 2.5 years. So by the end of Bryce's 3rd year, or 3.5 years, whatever it is, by the end of Bryce's 3rd season, Jaden Davis will be getting could be getting his Michigan degree. And he could then at that point determine that offseason in the spring game, whatever, if he's going to have the starting job the next year or not for the final year for his redshirt senior season. And that's a hell of a job to have if you got your final year to showcase yourself as the starting quarterback for Michigan. And if he's not, he can transfer to any school at that point and start, because he's been in the Michigan system for 5 or 4 years now, went behind Bryce Underwood and showed out. He can go anywhere and start, and he's still got the Michigan degree. There is a path and a reason for him to stay and not transfer right now.
Okay,
Now,
M3.
again, NIL is NIL. So if someone offers him a big bag, he could be gone in a month. But my point is that there is a path and a reason for him to take that path.
M3, I got a quick question. Is all that Jaden Davis to UNC talk, is that dead, or was that just internet talk?
It's mostly internet talk.
Well, I think it might have been.
How do we know for sure, though?
But
because people have been saying that for a year now.
But again, I think it's
NC
had
State, all that.
some validity in the sense of like people trying to put pieces together. Absolutely. I mean, the GOAT is over there now. It's his home state. Like all of those things. He got like a friend, right? His other wide receiver one from high school is over there, or Jordan did he go to NC State? Yeah.
I think it was Jordan Shipp went to UNC.
Yeah, so
no, did he go to UNC or NC State?
I think he might have went to NC State actually, but
I think he went to NC State.
Yeah. But either way, we didn't hear Bryce or his family talk about it, so it could have just been people trying to put pieces together.
Carolina, but ain't nobody going to NC State, bro.
But I'm saying there's been talk since basically he committed to Michigan that he was eventually going to transfer out to NC State, and the NC State thing was more last year. Okay. Now it's been more North Carolina stuff like that, but he's been connected to those Carolina schools on the internet rumors for long before Belichick was there. Obviously, Belichick being there, now people are going to say, "Oh, here's another reason he might go." And I'm not saying he won't, but if like I said, NIL can change a lot of things. I'm just saying that people are missing the fact that there is a path and a reason for him to take that path. And you go back to his recruitment, education, and that Michigan degree has always been important to him and his family.
Okay, the thing is he's already been here a year, so realistically, it's only a year and a half. So he can probably stay next year. I mean, stay this year, and then he's almost at his degree. And then if he wants to dip, he's gone. It's not likely he's going to stay 2 more years.
I don't see that either. That Connecticut got good wishful thinking, and it sounds good, but those are fan perspectives. You don't come in college highly rated, that good, and you say I'm just going for a degree. Shit, go to Harvard.
No. I'm not saying just go for a degree.
You want to play football. They want to play.
Look at the track record of how many quarterbacks go get drafted because they raise their draft stock by transferring to another school, sometimes even a smaller school, in their final year and ball out, and then they get drafted. Like there's a lot of track record of quarterbacks doing that. And being able to say I was in the Michigan system alongside Bryce Underwood, I competed with him every year and got the Michigan degree, and then go start somewhere else if it's not Michigan for his senior year, ball out and go to the NFL. That can happen. It's happened for a lot of players.
Yeah, we'll see. But we keep saying it can't happen. And sure, it can happen. But these days, with NIL, with the urge to play with these star ratings and people paying attention to all of that, I think it's less likely than it was back when Tom Brady and those guys were playing football. For sure, for somebody to stay behind another player, a younger player at this point, for 3 years and then start. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible. I don't think anybody is saying it's impossible. M3, it's just less.
You ain't got to make it sound like the olden times, brother.
Okay.
Back when Westquad played football with leather helmets.
Listen, though, I'm not saying that I even think that he's going to do that. I think it's probably about 50-50 right now. I'm just trying to provide the counterpoint to everyone saying
we know that.
Which I just acknowledged in what I said. But go ahead, Maniac.
No, what's any word on the linebacker from Georgia, the transfer Bowles?
I haven't heard much about him.
I don't know. Is he on campus? Some of those guys are coming in the summer. Is he one?
Oh, maybe he is. You're right, G. You might be right, G. He might be coming in the summer. All right.
Yeah, because those guys not here yet.
Yeah. My man, yo, Notre Dame. Get your corny ass team out of here, y'all choke artists.
I told you all he does is troll.
Hey, listen.
That's my man, though. That's my man.
Hey, before we get on
Notre Dame.
Let me ask y'all this before we get on quarterback.
Don't worry about it.
Go ahead.
Have y'all been looking at the new offers we've been sending out to those 2027 guys? Have anybody?
I have.
So I'll be trying to check some of the videos when I see the offers go out. Have anybody else been checking those out?
No doubt.
No.
Yeah, no, I have. I think they got offers. They got offers to a bunch of top
A
rated
new one.
2027 quarterbacks, which is interesting, especially
Uh,
like if what we talked
Ryder
about.
Lions.
Exactly, Ryder Lion, and maybe it's because of Ryder Lions and the possibility now that Trey Taylor is not going to be a part of the 27 class. We'll see though.
Mm.
I don't think we take a quarterback in 26 other than Ryder Lions. I think we would probably go with a transfer after the 26 season. Or I mean after the 25 season, excuse me.
Yeah, I think they're already talking about possible transfers.
Yeah.
No doubt.
Shit.
Let's talk about this real quick. Surprise final two for Javian Osbourne, running back out of Texas. For a long time, it was thought to be a Michigan-Texas battle. I do feel like Texas faded after the running back coach there left. That said, now Notre Dame is in the battle with Michigan. He just took a trip to Notre Dame last week. Let's get your thoughts on that. Javian, is this a real threat to Michigan, or do you think he still is going to be a Wolverine?
I got one thing to say about this. Just think who's been the constant throughout this battle.
Right.
All right. That's it.
That said, I brought this up backstage, bro.
There you go.
If there's one thing to sell to a running back like Javian, is the depth chart at Notre Dame. All right. It's love, and then it's I can beat everybody else. No disrespect, respectfully.
But someone needs to point out to him how he's going to disappear in big games too.
But disrespectfully.
That's
a fact.
Nah.
Hey, but M3,
that's
we
Michigan's
talked about
job to sell that.
M3. We talked about this too. It could be because our running back room is man for the next few years. Because do we have any upperclassmen running backs that's even gonna get more than 10% of the carries this year? Like all of our running backs still got a lot of eligibility left. So that's gonna be the sale, that room, plus with the more emphasis on throwing the ball and just kind of spreading it out. Is that gonna have any effect on it?
And hopefully we run two running back sets, man. And you know that could just also entice these guys to come to say, listen, even if you're not the starter, you still could get 12 to 15 carries a game as long as you know you could play. Because we know Haynes and Marshall, they're gonna get, bro. They're gonna eat. They're gonna get at least 15 a game each. And you know, certain games, one is gonna have the hot hand. So you feed that hot hand. It might be a game where you see Haynes get 25 carries and Marshall 9 and vice versa. And there's gonna be some it's even out. So I think as long as you keep that 2 running back set, it's easier to entice these guys to come because you could say, oh, I'm going to play regardless, even if I'm not the starter. Something we were asking for Michigan to do more this year were Edwards and Mullins and, of course, the greatest offensive coordinator in history, Campbell. As a man, give me that. I want him dead.
I want his family dead. I want his house burnt to the ground. I want to go to the middle of the night. I want to piss on his head.
Yo.
Hey, Osbourne is the running back I do want though. I've been watching some more of his tape. I like his game,
bro. I want that combo. Give me that combo, baby. Give me that number 5 combo.
That number 5 with the free soda. With the free soda, West Court.
No doubt.
No, and
Johnny,
you gotta remember.
What you think? Oh, good.
You know, and just real quick, you see, you know, Michigan, how they recruiting on the offensive line. You like, yo, bro, I'm gonna be running behind these mammoths. Oh yeah, I'm over there. I'm going to eat for real. So, look, man, Michigan definitely O-line and running back. You want to take a good look at Michigan if you're a recruit.
Right.
That's a fact. And also, like what you were saying with the 2 running back sets, we need to do that just to get these guys touches to understand if you're not the starter, you can still touch the ball, whether it's on a screen, reverse, jet sweep, and also in the kick return, punt return game. You got to You got to put these dudes on the field.
I agree, which is where I
just by virtue of how deep our running back room is and how we're trying to continue recruiting that, we got to do that. Yeah. You know, put some of these guys that can catch and run routes out in the slot and you know, motion them out of the backfield. Do some creative stuff with them, but we can't just be running one at a time anymore.
Exactly.
Micah Capana.
Yo, he's the dark horse.
They got to get some jet sweep in there, some kick returns.
Yeah.
Get him out there. Yeah.
Use it. Use that talent. The thing I hate is to see talented kids that can help the team on the bench.
Cole, what's my man? Cole Cabana?
Yeah.
Never got to see
Never
him
even used
touch
him
the field.
Right? Well, but that was partially injury stuff too, though.
For sure. Mar, you real quiet, man. What's your thoughts, man?
I was just watching this stuff right quick.
Mar, you're not on PlayStation.
He gave man the hold on. Wait till I'm done. Wait till I'm finished.
You're not playing
documentaries. You're not playing Roblox. You're not playing Roblox.
Nah, bro. Nah, I ain't playing Minecraft. You feel me?
Minecraft. There you go.
What up, though, everybody?
What up,
bro?
Mar.
So we talking about Osbourne. I'm not really following his commitment because I'm just gonna wait until the class come together and see who we get, man. Because at this point, man, they playing games. You know what I'm saying? It's about money now, so it's like you don't know no more. So you don't know how it's gonna go. You know what I'm saying? You don't know which way it's gonna go.
Shout out to Richie right here. But listen, bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. And Hyder is right here in the state of Virginia. I got nothing but love for him and his game. That said, you watch Javian Osbourne's tape, bro. It looks a little different. No disrespect, respectfully, because I would like both of them, if I'm being honest. And if we miss out on one, I would absolutely take the other. But Osbourne's tape is nothing to sneeze at, bro.
But the gap between them is not as large as what a lot of people think it is. Like they're like Javian Osbourne, for whatever reason, is being severely undersold on the national stage.
And shout to Richie, man. He's not a bad Buckeye fan. He'll say some wild stuff, but he's cool. I respect him. He's not a bad Buckeye fan. I can't say that for the other guys. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I didn't know how to play defense too.
Huh?
I didn't know how to play defense too. He played defense too.
Now, a lot of these players go both ways in high school. You know, they play offense and defense, but they pretty much get recruited for a certain position. Like they're elite. They'll be elite at one position, but they could play safety and other stuff. Like I think Dax Hill, when he was in high school too, of course he was like the top safety in the nation, but I think he played like some receiver. You're gonna use him as any way you can, right? So we start to see it even in college football. Look at Travis Hunter, man. The kid was a freak athlete.
Those dudes that are the top high school players, they're so athletically and physically better than everybody else that they can almost dominate on offense or defense or whatever.
Right. Travis Hunter even played some right guard.
What? I'm about to say what? He like 180.
Right.
Yeah.
Over there pancake.
Yeah.
And then dancing afterwards.
No, man.
Crazy.
Yeah, man. So the word is right too. Out of camp, we hearing a lot of good things about TJ Guy. I know Johnny has mentioned it in the past, right? Ever since 2021, every year we have someone step up on the defensive end. And this is TJ Guy's year. And Derek Moore, man, he was remember, if I'm not mistaken, I think he was committed to Oklahoma first, and then he came to Michigan.
He was.
And bro, he balls out too, man. I think it's gonna be crazy. But my man Nichols, I chop for my man Nichols. I'm telling you, oh man, I'm so excited to see that Michigan defensive line, man, because they're gonna punch you in the mouth from quarter one to the last quarter, and that's the That's where it starts, right? The SEC, when it was dominating, bro, it was the trenches. They O-line is going to overwhelm you with those big running backs, and they D-line was just too athletic, bro. You like, yo, bro, you can't do nothing with these guys. And that's why we need a build in Michigan, man, because the Big Ten is starting to become one of those, conferences where you're going to face a lot of elite offenses or elite quarterbacks, elite receivers. So you got to be athletic up front, man, because once you start dominating that line of scrimmage, bro, you could have Randy Moss, Jerry Rice out there. If you ain't got time to throw to them, papi, no bueno.
Facts. I'm looking for this year, just like you said. Since Michigan has changed the culture and started dominating, 2021, you had Aiden and Ojabo. Then 2022, it was really just Mike Morris was kind of leading it, and then he got hurt towards the end. Then we got back with McGregor, Jalen Harrell. They took that step with what's his name, Josiah Stewart and Derek Moore. And then this year you got Derek Moore, TJ Guy. It's on them. It's your turn. Get back to that. I want them dudes to be Aiden and Ojabo 2.0 this year, bro.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think they can be too. Maybe not the top end of Aiden, but I don't want to, discount them either. But I think they could definitely be a dynamic tandem.
Aiden just had those games. He had 3 against OSU. I think he had a couple other games where he had 2. You know, so if you have a game like that, it boosts those sacks numbers. Like, oh.
But I think that's what I think. Go ahead.
Yeah. No, go ahead, mate, man. I was just gonna say that. Yeah, my brother.
I was just saying, I think the depth on the defensive line is really gonna surprise people and really kill teams for real. If Michigan can just keep rotating fresh bodies in there, which I think we heard Lou Esposito kind of allude to today, right, where he was talking about the ability to rotate guys in with Derek Moore, TJ Guy, even behind or in the middle with Payne or Benny, and the guys behind them, Brant. So it's gonna be great to see all the depth along the defensive line.
No, it is. And Nate, you got talented freshman Nate Marshall coming in. It's going to be scary, and this is what's going to help these guys' numbers is that TJ Guy and Derek Moore don't have to play a lot of snaps. They're going to be constantly being fresh because, right, you want your best players in that fourth quarter to be fresh. So now those tackles who all game, they've been having trouble. Now you on 80%. They like on 50%. So it's go time. So I expect that D-line to dominate a lot of games late, right? Again, I am picking Oklahoma as of right now to beat us. That could change come August when we do our picks. But that D-line is going to have to show up, man, in Oklahoma early. So that's why I can't wait. Yeah.
Let me ask you what do you think? What do you think Nate Marshall starts off first? You think he's gonna start inside? You think they're gonna push? Where you think he's gonna? Because he can kind of move around. Where you think?
Yeah, I think he's gonna be at end, but he's a player that you never know. He might play. A Sam. He could play. He's just one of those athletic guys, right? And once they in camp, these coaches start to say, you know what? I think you look better over here, bro. You know what? We saw that, right? So I don't know. Is Jay Sean gonna stay at end as well? Or they're gonna be rotating him at linebacker? Because that's another guy that we know he's athletic, but he's best when he's rushing the quarterback. Although his covering skills got better as the season progressed. Because early on, man, we was cooking them. Right? We was constantly putting him in the pot with the potatoes and carrots. Because goodness gracious.
I think Barham's going to be still primarily play his role at linebacker, but I think he'll be rotated into the edge for specific packages and in relief of the other edges when they need to come out and to get some of the other linebackers in. Let me ask you, though, Maniac, you said that you think right now you got Oklahoma penciled in as a loss for us. Does that our chance of winning that, in your opinion, go up or down depending on who the quarterback is?
You know, to me, this is the reason, right? I think again, Oklahoma's going to be a talented team this year, right? And defensively, they're good. They're going to be good again. They were riddled by injuries. People seem to forget that as well, especially at the wide receiver, right? Again,
They had something
we
like 5 or
match up
6
well with
receivers
them.
on the IR at the same time last year.
Yeah, that's crazy. Come on, bro. That's like they had the popcorn man playing receiver for them. Like, yo, leave that water, bro. We need you in the slot. You know what I'm saying? Because
did our
it
boy
was just
Andrew
bad.
Anthony transfer again? Was he
Yeah,
still there?
no, I think he transferred again.
Yeah, he transferred to Duke.
Oh yeah,
Duke. There you go. Yeah. So look, man, Oklahoma to me and Michigan, I'm giving it 51-49. Like the percentage of that game is very close to a 50-50. Like if Michigan wins, that's not going to shock me at all. I'm just saying it's early on. We know it's going to be a prime time game. The atmosphere, we know Norman is one of the best environments in all of college football. And it's going to be a test early. And I do like that because regardless of the outcome, Michigan is going to learn from that game. Shit, if we get the dub, even better, bro. Even better. But like I said, we'll see, man. It's just hard to win on the road in college football, especially against those blue bloods, right? Because I think we all in agreement that Oklahoma is a blue blood.
Yeah, we did
the college
blue blood
football
show.
world will be eyes will be on that game. It's gonna be a big time game.
And I got another thing with that. That's where Sharon Moore started his journey, and I think he's gonna be extra motivated for that game, and have the players ready and motivated, just like he will be motivated to go in that game and get a victory.
For sure.
Yeah, no, that could be. No, Mar, you're right. Listen, I want to be clear here to everyone on the panel in the chat. I'm not saying we're going to lose. No, I just says it's right now because that's just, based on all of that. And it's early on. We don't know how long it's going to take for the offense to click, that chemistry, right? We know we got the talent on the O-line, but are they going to click right away? And that's going to be the hostile environment. You got to be in sync. The lineman got to read quiet snaps. Those 4 starts, that's going to happen. So those are the things that do play a factor. When you go from 3rd and 2, 3rd and 1 to 3rd and 6, that's a huge difference on the road against a team of that caliber. So it's gonna be interesting, once Michigan and Oklahoma strap it up on the second week of college football. And you're right,
just
Johnny.
Want to see your FanDuel ticket on that second week, Maniac.
Yeah, no, let's see. No, but G, it might come. It depends. Because remember,
Maniac.
Hey,
you say that so on November 30th, we went to a hostile environment. I know it was with Warren, but hey, listen, Oklahoma ain't scary.
No, listen, you're right, Mama. Look, but the only difference between that one, at least the team had 11 games together, right? 11 games to gel. All we're going to have is one game again. New Mexico, what we going to do to them? We going to, with your little brother.
Yeah, I want to see about 100 points. Yeah, I want to see about 100 points in that game this year.
Michigan should score no less than 50 against New Mexico.
I'm going to be at that game, and I want 100. I want like 5 touchdowns each with each player on the offense. Yeah, I want all that.
That's a good point, though, Maniac, because last year we played sloppy. A lot of those early season, probably more than half of the season, it was sloppy. A lot of penalties, a lot of false starts, a lot of confusion, guys not knowing where to be. So you have to be on point for that week 2 game. You got to iron those kinks out fast, really in the off season, in fall camp. So you can come into this game because there's no Oklahoma's at home. It's not guaranteed that they're going to be still ironing out kinks.
Right.
Correct.
You know what I'm saying?
Correct. Like but that's what I was saying. What's the difference between us?
So with Sharon Moore learning from that, and last year when he wasn't prepared for the Fresno State game, He wasn't. I don't care. Nobody said that was atrocious. And
You
then
right.
he definitely wasn't prepared for the Texas game. All right. So, do you think he has learned from that this time around? I know
Go
the
ahead,
game ain't.
Johnny.
I think he's learned, but the thing is, you don't know how the players are going to take it. The players, you can coach it all day. The players have to know it and do it and execute. You get what I'm saying? So
what are the kinks?
You just got to kind of wait and see on that.
Hey, Johnny. So
what are the kinks we got to work out?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
What are the kinks you think that we have to work out? I think the defense should be good. I think the defense should be good. I think we can plug and play on the defense. We got veterans. We got people. What are the kinks that scare us that we need to work out for Oklahoma?
It's the offensive line. The offensive line.
Okay. I take that. Okay.
They have to be disciplined.
Yeah, and you're right. You know, G, you know that, right? Again, this is only going to be their second game together, right? You could do all that spring practice, but it matters in the game. So let's see how they look. Michigan just might go in there and cook their ass. They might win by 3 touchdowns. That wouldn't shock me one bit. But again, we got to also... We also got to be real. We got to be realistic here too, right? We Michigan fans, but we got to keep it real. We don't know yet how quick that offense is going to gel. We're going to be much, much better. And I'm very confident in my team. But again, that's going to be a game. And the thing that helps us too, like you mentioned, Johnny, it's Oklahoma's second game as well. So it's not like they're going to be polished. So they're going to be working on things. But the advantage is playing at home. And play in college, bro, that shit matters a lot, man. Playing at home, especially in that kind of environment. Now, if we was going to, let's say, playing someone, man, we going to cook their ass. But Oklahoma, to me, you know, it's like, we don't know, but hopefully we get it done, man. Hopefully we get it done.
Because Texas was
we weren't better than Texas. Yeah.
They were cooked. They were just better. So Quinn Ewers, he had seen it all. You know, a lot of those dudes had been there, so they were a veteran team. So that
no doubt. Real quick, shout out to GT who just became a member. Shout out to him. Also, he said,
and if you're not a member, become a member.
That's a fact. He also said, I heard Jack Sawyer's begging 49ers to take him so he can get some gold pants. Can anyone confirm this is true?
Nah, we don't want them. 49ers don't want them. 49ers don't want Jack Sawyer.
That's the only way
he getting any.
We already got a OSU player on our team. And I ain't gonna lie.
I think the Lions are got him unlocked though in the draft.
Who?
Sawyer?
Jack Sawyer?
That's the rumor. They've been
what, the second or third round?
No, the first round. 20 was it 27, 28? Yeah. End of the first round. If you look at the mock drafts by a lot of the experts here in the last 2 weeks.
That sounds like a Viking fan saying that.
No, listen. I'm a Vikings fan, but I don't hate the Lions. I don't want them to take Jack Sawyer. That's a bad pairing for our guy Aiden Hutchinson.
If I'm going,
but I'm telling you, it's been mocked.
Let me be honest about Jack Sawyer. I killed him most of last year, but towards the end of the year, he did start to ball, and he played with a intensity and a fire that is similar to Aiden Hutchinson. I'm not going to lie.
But here's the problem, though. What's the most NFL-like defense that he played against in college?
Offense or
I'm sorry, offense. Yeah, sorry. Pro style offense.
Pro style.
Texas. Probably Texas. Probably.
But Michigan, but the thing,
Michigan ran a pro style offense. Speaking as a Vikings fan, Kevin O'Connell was just talking about how Michigan's offense translates to the NFL. And why that's why they took JJ.
We're not doing
one of the most pro style offenses that Jack Sawyer played against. What were his stats against that offense?
I mean, but we didn't go years. He threw it. What 12 times or something?
Last year, we are not.
I'm not talking about last year. I'm not talking about last year. I'm saying for the last 4 years.
Oh, okay.
What were his stats against
He
against
didn't start to cook. He didn't start to
right.
really cook until halfway through this year. So that's why I'm going off of this when he finally started to live up to his hype.
I'm just saying for the 4 years he was in college, he disappeared against the most NFL style, pro style offense that he played against.
I mean, he's only showed up for like this last half of the season. That's all I'm taking. Because he didn't.
He had an
The rest
interception.
of that, he was a ghost. He was a ghost. I see you. I don't see you.
Interception that any of us should have got. Anybody on this panel could have got that pick.
I agree with you.
I mean, he threw it right to him.
If we had literally any other Michigan quarterback throwing that pass, it would have been a touchdown.
Bro, I don't know what he was thinking.
Yeah.
But shout out to
I said it at the time.
Morgan would have made a better pass.
No, listen, I said it at the time, though. I don't think it was a bad play call. I think it was the wrong quarterback for that play call.
I never watched Samaj Morgan to take
who else
another
we gonna have throwing?
Be real with you.
He got nobody.
Samaj Morgan better never touch the football with the idea of throwing the football from Michigan.
I don't understand. Like, Kendrick Bell is a former quarterbback. Why did you give it to Samaj Morgan?
Yeah. At least they learned. They learned in the Ohio State game, and they had him throw the ball, and there ended up being a pass interference.
Did Kirk Campbell really learn?
What round Burke is going in? 55th?
Kirk Campbell, ladies and gentlemen. Kirk Campbell.
Yo, chill. That's the greatest. I want his family dead.
And he's
piss on his hat.
And Kirk Campbell is currently an assistant coach for the Chargers now.
Is he?
Yeah,
that's Harbaugh. Yeah. You know, Harbaugh takes care of
Harbaugh.
He better not be analyzing.
He's really there. Kirk Campbell is really there to be the manager of the laundry room.
I don't even want him to have a headset. I'm not even a Chargers fan, and I swear to God, I don't want to see him even have a headset on the sideline.
Damn it!
But look, no matter how bad he was, that's still a good move for Michigan because that helps. We take care of our people, trash or not. Hardball, McDonald was hiring a bunch of Michigan people. That's another sale to the play. Like we got people that's gonna get you in.
Yeah,
yo, you're right.
You work for Harbaugh, and if he's got a job, you got a job.
Yeah, and you know it's funny.
100% in college, he completed 100% of his
passes.
So what you're saying is that when Jesse Minter eventually gets his own head coaching job, that Don Brown's going to be the next defensive coordinator for the Chargers?
Hell no. Don Brown.
Probably not. He might be on the side. Yeah,
Don Brown is a Michigan guy.
M3, please cue it up. I want Don Brown dead.
I'm dead. I want his family dead. I want his house burnt to the ground. I want to go to the middle of the night. I want to piss on his head.
Listen,
everybody loved Don Brown into the Ohio game.
Bro, look, pay for his war crimes against the Wolverines.
I was on that boy kid for years.
Hey man, check that man's account. Check his FanDuel. Who did he have in that video?
Yo, listen, but let's be real. All
Don
right,
Brown will not see the light of heaven.
listen though, but hold on. As we can talk about the ugly of Don Brown because there was a lot of it. But when he first came in, he was cooking. Let's be real.
He cooked against everybody except the teams he needed to cook against.
No, hold on. Matt, that 2016 game, listen, late third quarter on the road in Columbus is 17-7 Michigan, like 5 minutes left in the third quarter. That only touchdown Ohio State had at the time was a pick six by Malik. What's his name? Malik something, they safety. That's it. He has 0 points offensively with 5 minutes. Here comes Wilton Spate, his 2-star, 1.5-star, want to throw an interception. And you know how football works, bro. One play could just turn the momentum like this.
Do you realize how loaded that Michigan defense was, though?
It was
crazy.
But look, but then you're right. So now you say
they all still in the NFL.
Yeah, but Johnny, right? You're right. So then what happens the following season? Michigan returns one starter, right? Mike McCray, the linebacker. That's it. You have to plug in 10 new guys. Bro, that 2017 defense was crazy. But again, offense, nowhere. We had O'Corn. That's all I'm going to say.
Oh,
we had John O'Corn, right? He did us dirty again. Like you say, man, he has to pay for his war crimes. These dudes, we need to throw them in the middle of in the desert, in the middle of Afghanistan. Him,
you done
Don Brown.
You done messed up my day, Maniac, bringing all this up,
bro.
now.
Yeah, bro.
You done messed up my day.
Have a good time.
Listen, Johnny. The only way
talk
you
about
come,
Brandon Peters either.
No, listen. The only way we come to the, you have to go through the dark. You have to go through the dark to come to the light. So we have the light right now.
Kinetic, you got one. You got a horrible Michigan player. You want to throw it to the
Yo, just throw him in there. You know what? This is throw him in there. This is a segment. Throw him in there.
Okay, I got Javon Green. He's got perfect coverage, but won't find the ball.
Listen. Y'all already know who one of my favorite Wolverines are. That Madman roasts me every time I bring him up, so I'm not even going to go there.
Oh, I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
The one that you get when I brought up DJ Turner.
Oh no!
Oh, but it was the TCU game. He was good. That TCU game, bro. He was on the Percocet. I don't know why he was on, bro.
Bro, what was that angle, bro?
Yeah, we got
bro. We're about to win.
That was bad.
But he went to the combine and ran like a 4.2, bro.
4.27.
No, I think like a 4.1. His speed was crazy.
It was 4.27. It was
4.2. Okay, but I was still and nothing, bro. It's bad. That was bad, man. Like that TCU game.
I want Shea Patterson to pay for his war crimes.
Oh, Shea Patterson.
Oh, Shea.
I wasn't talking in practice.
Shea, he paying for his war crimes.
Listen. Out of all of the players that we got to transfer, when they was getting shape, I was talking shit to the world. I was talking cash. This dude is gonna come and get us. Oh my God! Let Maize Morgan throw the ball. Just let Maize Morgan throw the ball.
That was the problem.
That was the original bonehead.
Oh my God!
So Metcalf couldn't come for whatever we thought he was, but I thought Shea Patterson was going to be that quarterback that we have been to get us past those dudes. Maniac just now. I thought Shea Patterson was. I was talking shit. I just knew he was going to win it.
You know who was like that for me back after the Notre Dame game was Tate Forcier. Man, I was so confident he was going to be good after that Notre Dame game.
Yo, they put him on Sports Illustrated after that game.
That game, man.
Tate Forcier also will pay for his war crimes.
Listen, my boss at the time at the job I had was a Notre Dame fan, and the amount of crap that I talked to him the next day.
Bro, we'll always have the Notre Dame game. That's all I can say about Tate Forcier.
Shout out to GT. He said Ryan Day is yet to beat Michigan without Don Brown signs.
Good point, GT. Point you, right.
Hey, GT came in cooking.
Yeah, that was a thing, man. We just Ryan Day not losing so y'all no more. You guys gotta Rich.
And
we'll see. Y'all been saying
no, don't do it. Don't do it.
Johnny, don't do it. Richie, don't do it, Richie.
Johnny, I'm getting mad, Johnny.
No. You gotta get him, Johnny.
You gotta get him, Johnny.
Yo,
listen.
Don't do that.
No, we know. Listen, they.
There you go, Johnny.
What's good?
Keoki. What's going on, champ? That's like who was the dude? Johnny, the other kid that one time he was singing that nasty Carmen, Ohio. What's his name? They be in the games like all sad after they lose. D'Angelo. He's the one. He said, Ryan Day has the blueprint. Man, Steve almost ran through the screen.
That's the one where Johnny was Steve was like, Johnny.
Johnny.
Johnny just brought his dog up.
Johnny, you better get him, Johnny.
You gotta get it, Johnny. Yo, there ain't no blueprint. Ohio State tried to pass the ball, didn't work. That tried to run the ball, didn't work. Michigan just right now has the physical advantage over OSU. It is what it is. That's the proof. It's there. And this year
mental
proved it.
advantage.
The mental, yeah, and that shit is a lot. Yeah, D'Angelo, yeah.
Don't do him like that.
He's a cool weirdo. You know what I'm saying? He's a cool weirdo.
He takes it on, Jeff.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, shout out, Johnny.
Shout out to the dog.
Johnny, what's your dog's name? Don Brown? Nah.
Yo, oh hell no. This is Queen. This is Queen.
Johnny been putting his
Don
dog
Brown. If his name's Don Brown, I'm breaking in Johnny's house because his dog ain't gonna stop me.
You know what? We gotta get off of here, bro. What?
Yeah.
That's
look,
crazy.
But I'll say this, man. I'll say this. On top of that, we have to also take into account, right? Like I know we spoke about the Oklahoma, but the thing is, guys, our wide receivers. We know we have talent there.
Right.
How does that translate early, right? These guys also got to get that connection. Because Michigan, we know we run the ball, but on the road, you're gonna have to pass to win. Right? Hopefully, we don't put these quarterbacks in bad positions. That's what I'm saying. 3rd and 1. 4-star, 4-star left guard. Here we go. Now you putting these quarterbacks in bad positions. If we can limit those kind of mistakes, then I think our chances, increase, a lot. But
for sure.
Yeah, if we don't, then I don't think it's gonna get Shabba Ranks. It could get Muggsy Bogues though.
What up, Dom?
The Dom father.
Who are y'all thinking, are going to be the receivers that are the impact receivers? The guys that are go-to. That's the thing.
That's $1 million question.
Listen, early in practice, I heard Jamar Browder was showing out.
I heard that also.
Later in practice, I heard Andrew Marsh is showing out.
I think it's going to be Macaulay. I think first part of the season will be Macaulay, Moore, and Simpson. I think, but I think as the season goes on, we're going to start seeing a lot from Marsh and from Browder.
There we go.
So no Samaj.
I think Samaj will get worked in, but he's not going to be I don't think he's going to start. I think Simpson's going to start over him.
So what about Fred Moore? What about
I still think Fred Moore going to be the security blanket. I think he's going to get the most passes this year.
But
I think
and then we also got. I think you're going to see. I think you're going to see Kendrick Bell get a surprising number of plays, and. Like I said a couple weeks ago, I think that Amarian Stewart could have a little bit of a breakout year.
Kinetic, I hope you're right about that one, bro. Because right now, Buddy ain't got no number.
Well, first of all, I've been.
That's what I'm gonna say. Madman, I tagged him in this in one of the leagues that we're in on the video game. Amarian Stewart was an MVP for me in like the championship game. He got MVP in the national championship, so I'm on Amarian Stewart's. I'm on his train now.
All right, since nobody else brought him up, Jacob Washington. Jacob Washington comes through.
Also a true freshman.
Yeah, true freshman late.
He and Jasper Parker haven't even gotten on campus yet, which people don't even realize. By the way, speaking of Osbourne, I know we spoke about this earlier, but Osbourne having Notre Dame in that top 2, a guy like Jasper Parker is probably part of the reason too, if you're talking about depth chart, because Jasper Parker is actually him. But that's another story for another day. But go ahead.
Does Amari?
I got one for y'all.
Play?
Going off of what Maniac said about the Oklahoma loss. I don't know if y'all know who Tom Fornelli is. He's a CBS writer. But he is not high on the Wolverines. He said that we are going to have 4 losses.
Get the
He said
I didn't read the article, but I saw that.
What's one of the ways to get a bunch of clicks on your articles? Be negative about the Wolverines.
Clickbait, but Oklahoma, Nebraska, USC, and he says we lose to the Ohio State University.
Yo, the last 4 years.
First of all, don't ever give them that much respect on this channel.
Year.
I apologize.
Hey, he said,
that's cool down south.
Goodness.
Here we go.
If they couldn't win this last season with the team they had against the team we had as 20-point favorites at home, why would anybody pick them to win this next season on the road?
Hey, for the record, I'm just throwing that out there. I do not see. Hey, heads gonna roll if we get 4 losses. That's all I know.
Nah.
Right. Well, what I'm saying is that anybody that picks that after watching this last season, it's all for clickbait. They're just trying to hate on the Wolverines for views.
Yeah, and it
Fair
happens.
enough.
You know that. Listen, you know Johnny's favorite commentator, RJ Young. He always hating on Michigan.
He posted the Ohio State video today.
Yo,
I thought that was your favorite dude.
RJ Young
Maniac.
is the number one. He's another man, and they know that. Like you said, Kinetic. This shit is strategic when they do this. They understand. You know what? Michigan is a big fan base. This is going to be clickbait. And they say it, but they genuinely also hate Michigan on the low and just love Ohio State. And it's like, okay,
Shout out to
I
RJ.
say that. Yeah, Richie, I know. He's and I don't know why the Michigan fans are mad at me. I'm just being honest here.
Bro,
Shut the
OSU
ass
fans
up.
shout out anybody that agrees with them. Look at how they coddle Michigan State fans.
Bro, Justin
Bro.
Spiro, bro.
I don't even
Oh
want
my
to get
God.
into it. The
Don't get
weird
Johnny started.
Stockholm
Johnny
syndrome
blamed them.
that is that poor little bro Nim has with the other state is disgusting.
It is. They in bet with each other. They in bet for sure.
I don't want to
It's
use the term
disgusting.
that I would normally use, M3. I know it's a family friendly channel, but I don't know what kind of jerk they got going over there. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna just leave it at that.
Right.
Yeah, it's listen, man.
Defund the NCAA for sure.
Yeah. No, the spirit, you gotta look. Michigan, you know what's funny though? While Michigan State fans have over OSU fans, in the last 4 years, they have one win against Michigan. They can say that. OSU can't say that. OSU can't say that. They beat us in 21 when their running back went stupid on us. That should have been a fumble though, and a touchdown, scoop and score. They did us dirty. It is what it is. Yeah, Michigan.
I don't even want to think about that game.
Yeah.
That pissed me off.
Maniac, you bringing up all our bad moments tonight.
No, but listen, Johnny, that's
we listening, Maniac. We listening. We
that's why I had to bring up
listen to that.
That's why I had to bring up the tape for CA Notre Dame game to balance that out.
Look, guys, that on top of that I remember that vividly. One, I had caught COVID. So I was sick. That was my birthday weekend. For some reason, we always play Michigan State on my birthday weekend in the 20s of October. So I'm watching it. We were smoking them early. I said, oh, hold on. Let me take this off for a little while. Let me rest. I'm not feeling good. I said, let me put the game back on. Bro, all I see Kenneth Walker, he like this, just running like Forrest Gump, bro. I'm like, yo, where he going?
Bro, he did.
So can I ask you something, Maniac? So can I ask you something? So saying what you just said, are you trying to get us to share in your pain from there? We don't want to. You giving me PTSD. You giving me PTSD. I'm gonna send you a bouquet of flowers.
No. It's okay. You know why? G, because that season we went on to finally break the losing streak. The Ohio State end up winning the Big Ten and making the playoffs. Now, by it, Georgia, they clotheslined us. But that able to beat Ohio State and win the Big Ten for the first time since it went to a championship game, bro, was that erased that loss for me. It's like, celebrate that Mickey Mouse win. Because what we accomplished was much bigger than that. And then at 22, I was there. I went to the big house. The only time I've been to the big house and saw that. So it made up for it. So I could talk about it. It's like getting cheated on a long time ago and just saying, I got cheated on, bro, but I'm good now. You know, so you gotta let the pain out, G. You gotta let the
therapy session going on long enough. No more
therapy. That loss to Michigan State was honestly, I think it brought the team together because at that time it's 14 playoff. You couldn't lose to Ohio State. So the focus goes to 110%.
Right.
You can't lose to Ohio State now. You already had your loss. So it's do or die now to win the Big Ten, beat Ohio State, finally make the playoff. But Kenneth Walker III, oh my God, Josh Ross, he went stupid. Can I have this dance? He was doing nasty stuff out there.
Can I have this
I
dance?
noticed the kryptonite to that Mike McDonald offense was hurry up. Hurry up. Don't let them let us substitute.
He hadn't ironed out the kinks yet.
Yeah, and they was getting us with that stuff, man. But look, man, right now, Michigan, I know this season wasn't the season we wanted, but it's not how you start, it's how you finish. And we finished well for a bad season. So all the momentum, man, is pointing to Michigan have to get to the playoffs. I think we all agree that it's playoffs or bust for Michigan, especially with the schedule. No one can say otherwise, bro. Nobody. No Michigan fan. We need to get to the playoffs. Shit, if we go ahead and win the Natty, I'd be happy. But I'm a realist. Even if we get to the Final Four and slip up, I'll take that because you know what? That's that momentum. Sharon's more second year, and that's what we need. And that's to show recruits, right? Recruits want to play where you winning at. And you say, look, bro, Bryce Underwood's second season, if he balls out the way we expect him to this first season, his sophomore season with Marsh and his sophomore season, Browder in his sophomore season, you know what? Yo, my man, stop playing with my team, man. It's about to get Halloween for the rest of the NCAA. Don't play with us, man.
Do y'all think the Big Ten gets 5 teams in this year? Is that possible?
5 teams?
I'll say 4.
Oregon, Michigan, Ohio State,
and Penn State.
Indiana's schedule is quite easy.
Early.
Too.
Yeah, Johnny, early, they're probably gonna be 5-0. But then that's it. Once they put on the gloves with the big boys, with dudes that know how to throw hands, it's gonna get, in the words of my man, Madman, it's gonna get Shabba ranks for them. Yeah,
wait,
we
y'all ain't got Portlo Bro them in there?
Bro, nah, they playing in the
do they have a football version of the NIT?
Putting Michigan State in the playoffs is more clickbaity than hating on Michigan right now.
Yeah, Michigan State is.
I don't think we get 5 teams. I think we get 4. But once we go to the 16-team playoff, I think we get 5 easy.
What's the 4 teams you got getting in?
I mean, it's got to be the 4 that was just mentioned: Michigan, Ohio State, or
so
Oregon,
earlier we was
State.
talking about Ohio possibly losing 4 games. How do they get in if they lose 4 games?
Because the national media is going to put them in there anyway.
Yeah,
bro,
I think
if they lose 4 games, they're not getting in.
No, if they lose 4,
that's what I was wondering.
4 losses.
Well, okay, who are their losses? What's their schedule look like? If they lose 4 games, who are they losing to?
Texas is putting them in the headlock early.
Because I'll tell you right now, if all 4 losses are to other playoff teams, they're probably getting in.
No,
not with 4, maybe with 3.
Well, 4 losses
with 3.
With 3, maybe. But it would have.
Who are you putting in instead of them? SMU?
No, it depends.
Yeah, they're not gonna make that mistake again.
No, it's the SMU. They won.
Bro.
Yeah, that was bad. But
yeah,
listen,
SMU looked like that was their first time playing football.
They're gonna be playing in the Pop-Tart Bowl against Notre Dame. Ohio State, Notre Dame in the Kellogg's Pop-Tart Bowl.
Penn State, Ohio State, Texas. I mean, no, my bad, Ohio State. Penn State, Texas, and us. My bad.
Yeah, but who's the 4th loss? Who's the 4th loss?
I don't got them losing 4, but it would be somebody like Nebraska or Wisconsin. Illinois.
Quiet as kept. Nebraska had them on the ropes. They had them dead to rights last year.
They blew it.
They couldn't execute. He missed probably 2, maybe 3 touchdown passes.
That's the difference between him and Bryce.
And that's the big thing about teams that play Ohio State. A lot of these players get nervous because their school historically they never beat them. Mm-hmm. So when it is a close game, they start getting tight. Can you make the plays? The plays are there. The coaching, the game plan is there. Can you execute? Can your players execute to win it? A lot of times it don't happen.
Yeah, they believe the hype, man. You gotta go in there and punch Ohio State in the mouth, bro. They bleed just like you. And these schools, you're right, Johnny. They kind of fall like, oh, we're playing the Buckeyes. And I think once Michigan was kind of like that at one point during that 8-game losing streak. Like, oh man, here we go. Now it's like, yo, bro, we not playing, man. Just look at that. Oh my God, the entrance video going into the shoot. Right, with that, what was that? The Sicario beat, and then they just stop right before the entrance, and you see that sea of red, and you just see these players like, now we ain't gonna be denied. Yo, oh man,
that was pretty epic. That Michigan flag come across, that's fire.
And we see it with Penn State, a team that has almost as much talent as Ohio State. They still fold because they haven't beat them, and they haven't beat them in so long. Do you even believe you can beat them?
Exactly, Johnny. You know how I am on that belief. Like these Ohio State fans believe that team does not.
Yeah, and look, if Penn State does not get it done, if Penn State does not get it done this year, then bro, it's never gonna happen.
Never gonna, bro. Never.
Well, it's never gonna happen.
This is their year. It was Michigan, Ohio State, and this is really Penn State's turn. We bring in our guys back. We added a few coaches. This is their turn, really.
Yeah, except that they got James Franklin. So.
But no, they got Jim Knowles. They got Jim Knowles.
But y'all think Jim knows?
Look at this.
Do you think Jim knows? Do you think Jim Knowles will be able to shut down Ohio State this year?
You know what the problem is?
I think Madman's going to make the mistake of betting on James Franklin again this year.
Hey, forget about Franklin. Think about what about number 15 and that trash ass pass he threw against Notre Dame,
bro. Say
it to overtime, dum.
It's like 20 seconds left, man.
I'm about to get mad thinking about it, bro, because I was rooting for him. Never again, Penn State.
No, listen. My parlay was reliant on them. All he had to do was get to overtime,
bro. Never
and
again.
Just your parlay. You had that bet with TJ too, or was it TJ or Maniac with Penn State? Where you bet on Penn State?
I bet on Penn State.
No, I bet it. I bet it that Boise was going to beat Penn State. That's I lost there.
Man bet on Penn State twice back to back and lost twice back to back.
Hey, well, the first one was kind of crazy. I bet on them to beat Oregon.
Yeah. No, they were there. They were there
in that game. But then the Notre Dame one, I was like, they better. And they probably should have won that game too. But that's all.
You need to take a crowbar to Drew Allen's knee.
Absolutely.
Like, Tanya Harden style.
Yo, Drew Aller is a trash can. And I did an interview with Drew Aller actually.
Yo. Man, you got to put that interview up, man. It was a hell of an interview with Drew Aller.
Crazy,
I love that interview.
Trash can.
Yeah, man. It's going to be interesting. And then, like every year, you're going to get a sleeper team from the Big Ten that everybody's going to pick them to do nothing. And they're going to be like 8-2. Like, you like, oh, what? How they did that? Like, who?
Them?
USC.
USC, G, that could be a team. They could be a sleeper. And listen, I'm going to tell you, Ohio State has to go to Husky Stadium, bro. That's not going to be no gimme, bro. I'm telling you, they should win. On paper, Ohio State should win. But listen, don't be surprised.
On Washington.
Especially if that's a night game. Especially if that's a night game. I'm telling you.
And that quarterback they got, he nasty with it.
Yo,
he a dog.
Yo, he's nasty.
He a dog, bro.
Listen. Don't sleep on that Washington or OSU at Washington. That it could go either way. Washington wins a close game upset, or OSU just cooks them. I think it's one or the other.
No doubt. Hey, look, guys, we're gonna get out of here. Appreciate each and every one of y'all for coming up tonight. Mar, let's start with you. Final thoughts.
Well, hold on. We got to make sure Marmar's done with this game, though.
Yeah.
Hey, go blue. All I gotta say is we coming, bro. That's it. That's my final thought. Y'all, you know where I sit at.
Pause.
I ain't gotta explain what's already understood. We coming. Let's go. Buckle up. Buckle up. Yeah, rev it up. Ready, set, go, motherfucker.
Dang.
West Quad, my guy Dub Q.
Hey,
Final thought.
Look, I know that everybody, you better get your kicks in now with all this all this off field shit, because on the field we about to be nasty. Pause. We about to, hey, you're gonna get your issue. You're gonna get what you're looking for from the Wolverines this year.
Yes,
I
sir.
guarantee it.
No doubt. G. Final thoughts, my guy.
Go blue, and shit. I'm just waiting to see who the next domino gonna be in the fall in the recruiting world. Other than that, man, just I'm getting ready. I see Maniac got on that nice hat over there. You know, I'll be kind of,
Come
you
on,
know,
G. You know how, bro. I see you though. You a player.
I
You know what I'm
see.
saying? I know your closet
I
looking
just
like an hour and Pathmark. I know how you role player.
nah.
No,
But
y'all too
I'm,
could start a
you know,
ledge though. God damn.
hey, yeah. I just hope everybody, you know, getting that stuff together to come to the spring game so we can have a good time, man, and you know, rep Michigan and you know, see our
Damn,
boys do
G.
their thing. You know,
Thanks a lot, G. Now I'm reminded that I'm gonna be a week late watching. Thanks a
Yeah.
lot.
Nah, FaceTime
Oh,
us,
wait, we
bro. We
hey,
take
got
footage.
Hey,
We gonna
bro.
Johnny.
take footage.
Hey, y'all
Yeah.
gonna send me clips, bro? Hey, way to come through.
Hey,
Way to come through.
hey, they
it is
ain't
permitted.
gonna let us have our phones out at the game, man.
It,
We ain't trying to get another NCAA sanction.
All right.
Oh
Damn.
yeah.
Everybody in
yeah.
there in Connor Stallion's uniform
And
with the phones.
I'm
Oh
going to
shit,
get my
Johnny.
mustache.
No doubt. Johnny, tell the people where they can find you, man.
You can find me on YouTube, Johnny Olden Jr. You can find me on Twitter, Johnny Olden Jr. Do the live call-in shows on Sunday. You know, Maize joins sometimes. Maniac is usually up there. Marmar, Garrison, for those of you that hate him or don't like him. Steven's usually coming through to cook him. But Saturdays I'm gonna start doing solo ones because a lot of people want to hear me give my point of view and they just want to hear me. So I'm gonna start doing Saturday lives where it's just me, you know, plus all the other car lives and all that other good stuff.
No doubt. Maniac, tell the people where they can find you.
You already know. You see it right there.
Oh, good.
Go blue _maniac _24 on Instagram, man. From there, it'll lead you to all my other social media outlets, man. And
By the way,
whoever's going to the spring game, I see you there.
And we getting Maniac on Twitter at the spring game. We gonna take his phone, sign him up for X. It's happening. Kinetic, get the people here where they can find you. What you got going on?
It's pretty simple, man. It's at Kinetic615 on every platform, as well as my second YouTube channel for video gaming that I just started. It's Kinetic615 Plays. Otherwise, you can catch me here. Just a shout out again to my boy that was in the chat earlier. He had to go because he had to go live. But Vocal Vike, he's got a YouTube show, and I'm going to be a guest on his show here soon as well. And I'm working on getting him to come on here with us.
No doubt. Follow me everywhere at Maize Madman. You already know. Shout out to everybody in the chat. Until next time, you know the slogan.